You did the hard part. You won her. And then something weird happened, slowly, quietly. The spark faded, not because she changed, but because you did. If you keep watching, I'll show you the exact psychological rules most men never learn, the ones that stop attraction from decaying. Not bro advice, not tricks that make you fake, real, usable behavior that keeps her wanting you long after the honeymoon phase dies. When attraction dies, it doesn't scream. It slips out the back door. The problem isn't love or respect, it's predictability. Human brains crave surprise. Dopamine spikes on novelty, curiosity, contrast. Early on, you were interesting. You had edge, purpose, mystery. Then routines creeped in. Same messages, same dates, same emotional map. Predictability replaced curiosity. And curiosity is what keeps desire alive. So this isn't a lecture, it's a reset, a psychological manual. Because most relationship advice tells you to be present. That's true, in moderation. Too much presence becomes availability. Availability becomes boredom. The real reasons why women lose interest in men are, first, they become transparently predictable. Second, they over-communicate. They explain too much, too fast. Third, they stop pursuing their own life and become her boyfriend first. Fourth, they confuse comfort for attraction and trade excitement for safety. If any of those sting, good. That means this will work. All right. Now that we've exposed the problem, let's get into the part you're actually here for. The tricks that keep her interest locked on you. Trick number 1, the rhythm principle. Here's something most men don't realize. Women don't fall for the best guy. They fall for the guy who makes them feel the widest range of emotions. Not chaos, not drama, just emotional contrast. Think about it. The beginning of every relationship feels electric because it's unpredictable. One day you're teasing her. The next day you're deep and reflective. One moment you're playful. The next you're focused on your work. That emotional movement keeps her brain awake, but over time, guys flatten out. Same tone, same energy, same routine, and the relationship becomes emotionally monochrome. Here's what women won't tell you. It's not your love she loses. It's the emotional texture you use to bring. How you apply this, tonight or tomorrow, switch the emotional frequency. If you're usually serious, tease her lightly. If you're always playful, have one calm, grounded moment. If you're always nice, challenge her a little. In a fun way, small emotional shifts create dopamine spikes. And dopamine is the foundation of long-term attraction. In simple words, be consistent in love. Be unpredictable in emotion. That's how you bring back the spark she misses, even if she doesn't know how to explain it. Trick number 2, the safety excitement paradox. Women need 2 things at the same time, and this is where most men fail. They need to feel safe with you, but also excited by you. If you give only safety, she feels secure, but bored. If you give only excitement, she feels alive, but anxious. You need both, and the way you do that is through controlled predictability. Here's what this means. She should always know your character is predictable, your values, your loyalty, your integrity, the way you treat her, but your behavior, that should have subtle surprises. For example, she knows you'll pick her up at 7. That's predictable. But she doesn't know where you're taking her. That's the surprise. She knows you'll call her tonight, but she doesn't know you'll tell her a story she's never heard, or that you'll take a different route on a walk, or that you'll show her a new part of your world. This keeps the relationship feeling alive without feeling unstable. The rule is simple: predictable energy, unpredictable experiences. It's the perfect psychological balance where her nervous system calms down, but her curiosity switches on. Trick number 3, the scarcity field. Let's talk about something uncomfortable, but necessary. If your attention is always available, it loses its value. Not because she's shallow, not because she's using you, but because this is literally how the brain works. Humans value what is earned, not what is constant. And most men make the mistake of giving attention like oxygen, free, nonstop, everywhere. You text instantly. You call instantly. You're free whenever she's free. And slowly, your presence becomes background noise. Here's how to fix it without playing games. Shift from always available attention to intentional attention. When you're with her, be fully present. When you're away, be fully away. No half presence, no constant micro replies. This creates the scarcity field, a subtle psychological space where your attention actually means something. For example, instead of replying instantly with 10 dry texts, reply later with one thoughtful voice note. Instead of calling because you're bored, call when you genuinely have something to share. This isn't manipulation, it's value structure. Because attention is like gold. If you hand it out like candy, it's worthless. If you give it deliberately, it becomes priceless. Trick number 4, the identity gap. One of the biggest attraction killers is this sentence: I already know everything about him. The moment she feels she's fully figured you out, the mystery evaporates. And here's the deep truth. Women stay attracted to men they can understand, but never fully predict. That's what keeps the spark alive. And the way you create this is through what I call the identity gap, maintaining a private inner world she can discover little by little, not secrets, not distance, just a life that continues to grow independently of the relationship. It could be a creative project, a personal challenge, a skill you're learning, a ritual you never break, or a long-term goal you rarely talk about. Don't dump your entire life story in 1 month. Let her uncover you layer by layer. For example, you're learning guitar. You don't announce it. 2 weeks later, she sees it in the corner. A month later, she hears you practicing something new. Slow discovery builds long-term intrigue, because slowly discovering a man she cares about is one of the most deeply bonding experiences for a woman. A man with no inner world is a flat character. A man with a growing inner world is unforgettable. Trick number 5, reward calibration. Every relationship has a reward cycle. Moments that make your partner feel special, desired, chosen. But most men kill the reward system in one of 2 ways. Either they reward too much, too often, which kills the magic, or they reward too little, which kills the connection. What you want is calibrated reward. Moments that hit the emotional center at the right time in the right way. Not every day, not on a schedule, not in predictable patterns. Here's how to do it like a psychologist. Think of rewards in 3 levels. Level 1, micro rewards, small things. A compliment tied to something she values. A short message that shows you notice something. A light touch, a glance, a little tease. These keep the emotional floor warm. Level 2, medium rewards, experiences. A date with intention. A moment where you share a piece of your inner world, a spontaneous hour where you give her your full presence. These create emotional peaks. Level 3, high impact rewards, rare, meaningful, unforgettable moments, a deep conversation she didn't expect, a shared challenge, a unique experience you curated. These create emotional memory bonds. The key is mix them, vary them. Never let rewards become predictable. Predictable rewards lose meaning. Calibrated rewards shape attraction. And the best part? When you calibrate correctly, She gives rewards back, naturally, not forced. Those were the actions that build attraction. Now here are the ones that break it. First, don't narrate your entire inner world. Stop giving a live commentary of every emotion you feel. The second you overshare, the mystery dies. And with it, the attraction. Second, don't be predictable with your niceness. If your compliments sound like a weekly alarm, same line, same tone, same timing, it stops feeling special. It becomes background noise. Third, don't cancel your life just to be convenient. She didn't fall for your availability. She fell for your ambition, your direction, your momentum. The moment you drop your projects for her, you drop the thing that made you attractive in the first place. Make these mistakes, and yes, you'll be comfortable, but you'll also be boring, and nothing kills interest faster than boredom. You're not losing her because she's fickle. You're losing her because your internal life has flattened. Attraction depends on an asymmetry. You remain somewhat unattainable while being emotionally rich when present. This isn't cruelty, it's survival. It's not about withholding, it's about value calibration. A relationship doesn't die because love vanishes. It dies because curiosity dies. Be the man with a life worth discovering. Be the man who gives attention like a prize, not like an entitlement. She won't chase perfection. She will chase interest. And if you made it till here, that already says something about you. Most people click away the moment a video asks them to do anything. But you stayed. You listened. You think differently. So I'm curious, what part hit you the hardest? I always read the most thoughtful minds in the comments. Anyway, take what you learned today and use it, because the guys who actually apply this stuff, they don't need luck in their relationships. They create results. See you in the next one.